Is your credit score holding you back from purchasing a home? GC Credit Coaches is a repair company that's made easy. Their goal is to challenge and remove all negative errors that hurt your credit score. On average, GC clients see about 10.2 negative items removed over 4 months. Start improving your credit score today with a simple 2-minute online enrollment for a free consultation and a complete credit audit. GC Credit Coaches offers competitive monthly pricing, no contracts, no hidden fees, and the service stops once you are satisfied. GC Credit Coaches removes inquiries, collections, charge-off bankruptcies, and repossessions. Don't forget to visit gccreditcoaches.com.
Attention contractors, remodelers, and homeowners. Is your renovation becoming a pain in the glass? Here at Glass Vegas, we take care of all of your glass needs. From a broken window to custom shower doors, mirrors, winding closures, storefronts, railings, and much more. We can even help you with new or replacement thermally broken windows. We're a full-service, woman-owned glass company that provides unparalleled workmanship, excellent communication, and great customer service. Glass Vegas. We do glass with class.
Does your house look like and have you been considering remodeling your home for some time now? Well, if you love real estate like I do and appreciate the attention to detail in the craftsmanship required to build a remodel or a gorgeous home, then I got the perfect company for you. Guys, I highly recommend Design Zone Remodeling. They are a stellar company that will turn your outdated home into your own personal sanctuary. They specialize in bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, and full house remodels. Design Zone Remodeling has a reputation for excellent workmanship, competitive fees, and being able to offer a wide range of services and deliver the outstanding results to their clients. I use Design Zone Remodeling on my personal properties. Give Design Zone Remodeling a call today at 725-223-0871 or visit their website at designzoneremodeling.com to request a free consultation today.
All right, and welcome to the LV Home Experts Podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Chakits Krulsawat. I'm a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, host of the LV Home Experts Podcast. So today, it's not going to be a very long video, but we're going to do a quick breakdown of what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market. It's kind of funny, we watch the news, listen to the propaganda of, housing market's going to tank. But, you have to understand that real estate is localized, right? What's going on in Tennessee is not the same thing here. What's going on in California, it's not the same market in here. Also, depending on the price point you're at, okay? And a lot of people are coming into the marketplace now thinking that you can get a tremendous amount of a discount. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I literally negotiated and closed a deal yesterday and was able to get over almost $18,000 towards concessions, towards closing costs. And it was a slam dunk on that deal. But, we're running into some problems here as far as, what the consumer is listening to, right? And what they believe. And at the end of the day, I've been doing this now for about 12, going on 13 years. And I'm literally out every single day. I got my boots strapped and, I'm out in the field putting deals together. And unfortunately, it's not what you expect of what's going on, right? So today I want to cover, where the hot markets, right? The price point, because this is going to be a big deal, especially if you are coming out into the marketplace and looking to purchase a home. And also I want to cover some brand new communities that are popping up. And also we do have the new list of standing inventory. Okay. So if you guys want that list, I will have a link in the description. So that way you guys can go ahead and click on that link, fill out that form. And one of our agents will reach on out to you to find out exactly what are you looking for, and we will send you those right properties. And with the standing inventory, this is where you're going to get your discount, but unfortunately, you may not get everything that you want to the home, so it's going to be a case-by-case basis. Now, I want to start off with, our marketplace. What I am seeing. I realize homes that are at $450,000 and below, you can still ask for closing costs. But a lot of buyers were asking more than 3% towards closing costs. The reason why they were asking for that extra 1% was to cover the buy down. So that way they would have a lower interest rate. So what that means is that if you were to buy a $400,000 home, you have your down payment, but then you have closing fees associated with purchasing a home. So let's just say, for an example, at $400,000, your closing cost is at 3%. So that's $12,000 that you would have to come into the table with. But they would ask for the extra 1%, let's just say another $4,000, right? That makes it $16,000. And you would use that money to buy down your interest rate, so that way you would meet your debt to income ratio and you would have a lower interest rate. But now what I'm seeing is that a lot of people that are coming into the marketplace now are the people that could not afford a home about 6 to 8 months ago. Do you remember when it was crazy that you would waive the appraisal, waive the home inspection fees, pay your own closing costs? Remember those days? And as soon as a property hit the market, especially around that 450 range, like, you had no fighting chance if you were doing financing and if you were asking for closing costs. Now you can ask for closing costs, but the problem is that the median price point of average household income here in this state is roughly about $68,000. So you have to understand all that pressure and all that backup where those people couldn't buy because they didn't have enough money for the down payment and the closing costs. They can now come out into the marketplace, put down a down payment, and ask for closing costs. And like I mentioned earlier, that they were asking up to 4% to cover that spread for that buy down. But there's so much people that are coming into the marketplace right now that are at that 450 and below, right? Now they can buy. Now they're shopping around. So what's happening now is that it is very hard to ask up to 4%. I'm not saying you can't make it happen, but it's going to be a case-by-case basis. It really just depending on the seller situation, okay? And also, all the moons and all the stars have to line up. So now, I'm starting to see where homes are not appraising for what they should be appraising for. Like, I just did a deal. Comps are roughly about 335, but it's coming in at like at 320. But I have the comps to justify at the 335. So appraisers are getting more conservative. Okay, so that's one thing I'm seeing. Also, sellers are not contributing up to 4% towards closing costs anymore. And the reason why is because there are so many buyers out there at that price point. If you don't buy it, somebody else is going to buy it. Now, on the flip side, if you are a seller, right, you better make sure that your property is tip-top shape. And if somebody is buying a home that's $450,000 and less because they have the opportunity to ask for a little towards closing costs, they tend to shop around because now there's a little bit more options, at the 450 and below. If they're buying within one location, typically they'll expand their search within like 5 miles, right? And typically people want to buy a home close to work, great schools. So when they're looking at a home, now they're comparing apples to apples. What is my money going to buy me? Now, closing cost is a compensating factor. Okay. Also, what I've noticed is there are new homes out there now that you can get into new homes for less than $450,000, and new homes, they are also, offering concession. I'm seeing the average concessions right now about $10,000, but you would have to use their lender. Okay. Now, can you negotiate some of these fees? Yes, it is a case-by-case basis. It depends on the location. Depends if it's a standing inventory. It depends if it is a spec build. Now, where I'm having a lot of trouble is around the $700,000 to $900,000 price range. That price range, nothing is really moving. But then if we take a look at the luxury market, $2 million and up, right? There's a lot of people out there that have money, and the guys that have money, they'll never go broke. These things are moving, which is very fascinating to me. So what I want to do is break down the numbers together and see exactly what's going on with the housing market, because today is more of a housing market report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the MLS here. Give me a second. We're going to find out exactly what's going on. So we're going to be focusing on townhomes, condos, and also detached single-family residence. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up on my screen here. There we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to residential, and I want to see exactly the last 7 days for single-family residence, what has sold. Okay. And we're going to be focusing on unincorporated Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, the city of Henderson, right? And also the city of Boulder as well. Because we kind of live in this little valley here. So let's see what's going on. All right. There we go. So as of right now, we have a total. Let me see here. Give me a second. All right, let's click that. Come on. Okay. As far as current active listings, as you can see right here, we have 4,072 properties currently available. Okay. The median list price for a home right now is at that's active is $530,000. You're looking at $254 a square foot. But this is the most important number right here, the solds, right? So if we look at the solds, the average list price or the median list price was $439,000, but it's selling at $430,000. Okay, we need to focus on this number right here, and then the second number that we focus on is the price per square foot, which is $235 a square foot. Average days on the market is 33 days. Now, the funny thing is that when buyers look at the average days on the market, they look at the 33 days, let's just say it was 15, 20, they think that the property's not moving because the consumer was so used to 6 months ago that the market kept climbing and climbing and climbing, right? 33 days is very quick for a home to move, okay? So if you are looking to purchase a property, you got to make moves in today's market. You got to be very aggressive at this price point, okay? So now let's take a look at this, 430, okay? But then I want to go back here for just a second on the 430. Let's figure out, okay, what is really going on. So the next thing I want to do here is at 430,000, okay? I'm going to come here and look at all the homes at 430 and below. Let's get a general idea of what's really going on. So homes at 430,000 and below, as you can see, it's 31 days on the market, $235 a square foot, right? Look at this, $375,000. So this tells me that you can buy a home in between the 375 to the 430,000. And this thing is moving so quickly, it is unbelievable. Now, I want to take a look at, in the last 7 days here for a second, the type of buyers we have. So we have 295 solds in the last 7 days. So let me write this down. So 295 homes. Now let's take a look at the sold terms. Okay. Let's move on to cash. So for cash was only 54, and that's cash. Now let's take a look at the financing side. Okay, typically a lot of buyers will do conventional or FHA. So we're going to start off with FHA here because I'm already here. 79 FHA. And then let's take a look at conventional. Let me go back here. Conventional sales, 122. And there's one more. Let's take a look at the VA buyers, okay? So VA buyers are only 34. So I'm going to take my calculator here. We're going to take a look and see exactly what is going on. And let's take a look at the financing. So if I got to turn on my phone. The phone is not working here. And I don't know why the phone is not working. Got to power it up. Anyway, give me a second while the phone powers up. Okay. But now I'm going to go over to condos and townhomes. So we'll start off with the townhomes. We're going to go 7 days. Townhomes within the valley. See what we have here. Give you guys a little bit of music. Bring this out to Boulder a little bit. And let's get our information that we need. So for townhomes, the median price the median price point was at $330,000, closing out at $325,000 at $225 a square foot, with an average days on the market right now at 31 days. So like I said, things are moving, and it's moving pretty rapidly. Okay. You get a 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. But now that my phone is working, I want to see exactly the type of financing buyers out there, especially for single family residents. So we know that the last 7 days, 295 homes actually closed. So if we take 54 divided by 295, 18.3%, right, for cash buyers. That's not that bad. That's still strong, believe it or not. Now let's take 79 divided by 295. That is 27% FHA buyers. What does that tell you? See, this is what I'm saying, because before, if you were an FHA buyer 6 months ago when the market was just so crazy hot, no seller would accept an FHA buyer because of the guidelines were just way too strict. But now, 27% are FHA buyers. And what is FHA? Federal Housing Administration. This is for the people that only have about 3.5% to put down. And these are for programs for first-time home buyers. Do you see what I'm saying here? So they're all coming into the marketplace now. Now, I want to take a look at conventional, okay? Because conventional is pretty strong too, though, right? Now, with conventional, you can go primary residence 3% down, 5% down, 10%, even 15%, even 20%. It's all case-by-case basis, depending on your qualifications. So if we take 122, divide that by 295, that's 41% of market share. Now, let's take a look at some of the VA buyers, right? Now, VA buyers, 34 divided by 295, that's about a 12%. So now, if we take the loans that are a little bit less desirable to the sellers because of the closings are a little bit harder to do with these type of financing, right? If we looked at VA and FHA, we merged these two together. That's about 39% of market share. 40%. That's a lot. And what that tells you is that these guys are coming out of the woodwork. And what they're doing is they're bidding against each other because they could not buy a home, but now they can buy a home. So what's happening now is that now you are asking for less towards closing costs. So I'd advise you is this. If you're a first-time home buyer, stack as much as money as possible because you're going to have to pay some sort of closing costs. Don't think that you can get all your closing costs absorbed. Now, it will be a case-by-case basis, right? That is why that you need to look at your debt-to-income ratio, and you need to see exactly how much all this stuff is going to cost you through a net sheet or a lending estimate. I'm sorry, not a net sheet, but a lending estimate from your lender, okay? That is the first and foremost that I would do is get that lending estimate based upon your maximum purchase price and how much is this going to actually cost you out the door. So that way, you know if you have enough money, or if you're $4,000 or $5,000 short, you know you can ask for that, or you know you need to ask for that. And this is something that your agent should be doing right off the get-go, okay? And I want to talk about the debt-to-income ratio. Just because you are approved for $450,000 and that home's at $450,000, it doesn't mean that you can afford that home. And the reason why is because when your lender runs the numbers, if he pegs you out at $450,000 with a higher debt-to-income ratio, but he has your taxes at $100 a month, your HOAs are at $100 a month, you got to take a look at all this because you may run across a home that's at $450,000. It has a solar panel and it has $20,000 balance on it, right? And you're going to take over that lien. That accounts towards your debt to income ratio, which means you can't afford that home. And you're out looking at a home just to look at a home. So that's why it's very important. Again, you need to work with an agent that will look at all this for you, because the last thing you want to do is get into a deal and they underwrite this deal and you come to find out you can't get this home because you're short about $10. And now you need to make some sort of adjustments. And you spent the time, the money, and the effort into these deals. It's all case-by-case basis, okay? Now, I want to take a look at condos now, because condos are important. And condos are, on the flip side, is moving pretty good, okay? So let's go last 7 days, okay, for a condo. Let's see what's going on here in the marketplace. 788 condos that's currently active and sold in the last 7 days, but we're going to break it down even further. Let me zoom out here for just a second. And after this, we're going to take a quick break. All right, so let's take a look. Okay. Now, if we take a look, the median price for a condo is $228,500. They're closing out at $225,000 at $228 a square foot. Average days in the market, look at this. 16 days. Things are moving. It's moving very rapidly. Now, I want to take a look at home pricing around the 600 range, okay, to about, let's just say 800. We'll make it 900 as we discussed for single family residents. So we have a total of 906 properties currently available in the marketplace. Let's take a look at what's the average days on the market right now. 42 days, okay? But I'm going to come back here. I want to take a look at the closings in the last 7 days because this is important too as well. Last 7 days. Here we go. We'll get our numbers here. All right, so 35 days. It's getting a little bit higher. As you can see, that's higher than 430,000 and below. Okay, they're selling around 680 $8,000. Now I want to go back here and let's take a look at homes that are above $2 million. Let's see how fast these things are moving. So we're going to go back to residential. We're going to go 7 days because I just want to see what has been sold in the last 7 days. Then we're going to take it up to 2 million and up. Okay, here we go. 2 million and up. Look how many homes that are on here at 2 million and up. There's a lot of homes. Okay. So now let's take a look. Isn't this crazy? Take a look at this. Closings in the last 7 days, 2.5 million. It's almost like 3 days on the market, right? But that's the closings in the last 7 days. But you know what? I could fudge the numbers. We don't want to fudge the numbers, so we're going to go back, and I'm going to make this 30 days on this one. And let's see here. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is because a lot of people think that the market is crashing. I mean, take a look at this. 2.7 million. The average closing is 2.6 million. That's $100,000 off. Now, that's not that much off because if you take a look at the percentage ratio, homes that are above 2 million, it's a lot less than at the 450,000 and below. Look at this. 24 days on the market for a luxury home. Unbelievable. All right, so we got a couple things that I want to talk about, some new standing inventory, and we're going to go over that list and some brand new communities as well. And I will be right back after this commercial.
Is your credit score holding you back from purchasing a home? GC Credit Coaches is a repair company that's made easy. Their goal is to challenge and remove all negative errors that hurt your credit score. On average, GC clients see about 10.2 negative items removed over 4 months. Start improving your credit score today with a simple 2-minute online enrollment for a free consultation and a complete credit audit. GC Credit Coaches offers competitive monthly pricing, no contracts, no hidden fees, and the service stops once you are satisfied. GC Credit Coaches removes inquiries, collections, charge-off bankruptcies, and repossessions. Don't forget to visit gccreditcoaches.com.
Attention contractors, remodelers, and homeowners. Is your renovation becoming a pain in the glass? Here at Glass Vegas, we take care of all of your glass needs. From a broken window to custom shower doors, mirrors, winding closures, storefronts, railings, and much more. We can even help you with new or replacement thermally broken windows. We're a full-service, woman-owned glass company that provides unparalleled workmanship, excellent communication, and great customer service. Glass Vegas. We do glass with class.
All right, guys, we're back for the second half. So we're going to talk about some of the standing inventory that we have on our list. I'm just going to pull it up for just a second. I was trying to do that, but it's a little bit hard. You know, I'm trying to manage everything myself. Standing inventory squeeze page. Let me see where we're at here. And if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Chakits, a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is the only podcast that tells you exactly what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market. That's right. Okay. I got so much emails I can't even like keep up with this thing. So I do apologize. Maybe I should have been more prepared, huh? Come on, where you at? I'm embarrassing myself right now. Okay, here we go. Bam. Load. Here we go. So, couple new communities here. Looks like there's a grand opening on April 15th from 12 to 2 o'clock. KB Homes. And I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are about KB Homes. I really do like KB Homes. So let's take a look at this here. Magnolia Ranch. So it looks like these are single-story homes. See if they got some pricing on here. So it looks like you can get a 1,600 square feet for $430,000. 3 bedrooms. This one right here is 1,800 square feet for $445,000. This is just the base price, guys. Now with KB Homes, you do have a few options that you can pick and choose from at the design studio, so it's not that bad. But the way that they run their design studio now, you actually have 2 appointments. One is actually done online, and then on the second one, you would physically go to, KB Design Studio, and you would look at the product physically, which is totally kind of hard to like pick out your stuff, especially like online. That's like no fun. So on this one, looks like we have a plan, 1849, 1,800 square feet, not bad for $456,000. Remember, the median price point for a resale right now is at $430. Now I know that sometimes KBs, right, depending on which track, they're willing to give you $10,000 towards the design studio. So it looks like we have a 1,900 square feet model at $450,000. Remember, you also have to pay for the lot premiums too as well. So this one right here, 3,000 square feet for $511. Okay. Remember, the price per square foot, the median was what, $230 or something like that. So if we took 300 or 3,066, divide that by $512,000. Oops, I'm sorry. If we take $512,000, divide that by 3,066 square foot, you're paying $166 a square foot, but that doesn't include upgrades. But think about that. You can actually get a brand new home for equal or possibly less, right, on a resale. But again, it really just comes down to location, the lot premium, but this is just off the base price. Now let's see what else we have here. I'm going to come back. Couple opportunities. So it looks like there's an email that I had received, and it says, hope you are doing fantastic. We're down to our last lot number 78. Okay. So this builder right here, again, KB Homes. Now, when it comes down to something like this, right, lot premiums are about $3,000, it looks like, on this one. It is facing north. These are the ones that you can actually negotiate. So let's take a look at the pricing real quick. So here's their pricing. However, they only got 1 lot left. Let me go back to my email. See what else we got. All right, so this is kind of interesting. Got an email today from this mortgage company, and I thought this is kind of cool. So this company has all type of loan programs. I think what I really found to be fascinating is that the minimum of a FICO score that you actually need to obtain a loan. Look at this. So with their loan programs on the conventional at 620 on a FICO score, FHA 620, bank statements, self-employed, no tax returns is required, 12 months of personal or business bank statements, 640. I mean, look, if you're starting your credit all over, you're at 640, right? Now, I don't really want to promote this gentleman. However, this is really good information. I just wanted to share it with you guys. No income, right? For investors, property only, no income verification is required. 660 on a credit score. Jumbo loans, right? Jumbo loans amount up to $3,680,000. So if you got money and you have a shitty credit score, that tells me that what is going on? You can get a home, right? I remember you need a credit score over 700. VA, typically VA doesn't really have a credit score, but this is what the lender is requiring. VA back home loans, no loan limits, zero down. That's right, zero down. But however, there are closing costs involved. Now, what else do we have here on the email? Okay. So, my man, Danny here, okay, sent on over the new list of D.R. Horton. And I think D.R. Horton is such a great company, especially if you are starting your family, right? You only have so much money and you want to get into that entry-level home. Now, D.R. Horton definitely has like series of like homes, right? They do have the higher end homes, but the express model, how they sell their product is what you see is what you get. Now, here, these are standing inventories. Look at the price. $395, $490, 3 bedrooms with a loft, 2.5 bath, right? Now, in this one right here, let's take a look. 4 bedrooms with a loft at $410,000. Crazy. The close date here is going to be sometime, or the delivery date would be in May. Now, if you guys want this list, right, all you guys have to do is check out the link in the description below. Or, matter of fact, as a nice gift to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing up right here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Chakits.wibbly.com. Give me a second here. We're going to go to here. Boom. Now, here is the standing inventory list here. Obviously, this is, shows you for all the builders. You're just going to put in your first name, your last name, email address, and telephone number. Then what we'll do is we'll give you a call. We'll scrub through that list. We'll figure out which one that you want that meets your criteria. Also, the price point is going to be very important, right? So keep that in mind. So here is one of the new lists that we had received. I think it was about, 4 days ago, from a builder. As you can see, pricing with all the homes here, the delivery date, the home site, lot premiums. Some of these are going to give you the incentives, as you can see. So this is just a prime example. Now, also, if you are planning on purchasing a bank-owned property, this is more like for like investors and stuff like that. Typically on these, you'll have to put down like 10 to 20% down. All right. These are also for like short sales as well. Go ahead and put in your contact information and we will shoot you over the list, the current list as of today. This right here, we are currently working on this page. I think this page is going to be very important. This is basically the page for the Las Vegas housing market statistics. So we actually broke this down. So one of the things that you can request is the economic housing report as far as what's going on in Nevada, especially if you're moving out of state. You want to understand the population, what's going on in employment, tourism, the housing, major projects that they have. Here, just kind of quick analysis as far as like what's going on with the market here. So we all break all this down, but we're going to add a couple more things to this list. It's one of those things. It's like an ongoing process. Also, another thing I want to share with you, and I think this is important because this is going to be a quick pitch, right? We do have coaching programs, and understand that if you are a brand new agent and you want to learn how to do video home tours and make money through video home tours, and if you're not even an agent, but you want to make money through YouTube, right? We have a full course for you. And how does this benefit you? Well, if you're not an agent, you can get paid through social media marketing, affiliated marketing. Imagine if you're able to get leads and you can outsource it to a real estate agent. Now, imagine if you're a real estate agent, you don't have time to do the video home tours. You have somebody to do it for you. So it's a win-win situation, right? So the course breaks it all down. But look, the value is at $995, but we have a special today at $195. And if you guys are sick of cold calling, right, looking for that branding type of material, you know what I'm talking about. Branding social media right now is a big thing if you are a real estate agent. If you just look down this list, here's the full curriculum of what you will learn. We always continue to add more and more videos to the list. Now, if you are a brand new agent or an agent that's been in the business now for about a year or 2 years, but you're not getting as much as business as possible, then you need to check out our new course, Six-Figure Agent for new real estate agents. If you don't know where to get licensed, we'll show you where to go get licensed. Things that you need to look out for. Find a right brokerage, how to build systems and processes in place, right? Marketing and branding strategies. Get unlimited leads. Hiring leads for free. Okay, this is a comprehensive coaching guide to achieve success in your first year. Our goal is to make you six figures. Right here, it's $995. However, you can actually pre-order today for $95. Okay? Look at all the curriculum that you will have. And we're constantly adding to the list non-stop. Now, I'm going to take some questions here. I just wanted to do a quick pitch. So, I will have a link in the description below, guys. Let's take a look at some of these questions here. And I do appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Okay? Some guys are saying, hey, it's a tough time right now. Especially what's going on with, the BRICS. If you guys don't know what that is, basically, you are having other countries now moving away from the US dollar, which is getting kind of scary. Things are about to change here. Okay? We talked about inflation, hyperinflation. Is that around the corner? I don't know. But it is scary because things like this can actually happen. All right, so somebody says, I am doing what... Excuse me. I'm doing what you told me. I'm going to rent an apartment out there in May, and we'll rent for a year and buy a condo next year. Well, don't do what I'm telling you. I was just giving you my suggestion on if I was in your position, this is what I'm doing. But I think you are going to be sitting pretty, especially if the numbers don't make sense to you. Somebody says, hey, Blue Heron really messed up having that crown. Oh, that clown. Why did he mess up having that clown? I guess he's talking about Mike, the producer. Huh. I actually like Mike, the producer. I actually met him in my office. I wish we would have did a collaboration. So, Michael, if you're watching this video, I don't know why we haven't done any type of collaborations, right? At all. But I do appreciate that. Okay. How much are credit scores influence the rates right now? Credit scores really do impact the interest rate, but not by that much, right? You may get a quarter of a point swing, right? But you're not going to get 1% off. There's just no way. Let's see here. What else do we have? The housing market may be hot within home sales for the 450 and below, but in a year, that will drop down to 400 and below. You know what? I mean, it could. We just don't know, right? I'm a real estate agent, and I've been doing this now for about 12 years, going on 13 years. I do not have a crystal ball. The problem is I don't know which way that pendulum will swing. I can just tell you what's going on right now. And what's fascinating about Las Vegas, because it's such a trendy city, that the market changes like every 30 days. It's never the same. For me, it's more of a emotional roller coaster, right? And that's just the life of a real estate agent. What else do we have here? What is your contact information? I'm a licensed broker and I'm moving out to Las Vegas looking to join the team. All the links are in the description below. So another thing is this week, Monday, and I cannot believe how much support and love we are getting from the community. So this week, Monday at Clear Title, April 10th at 11 o'clock, we are doing a mastermind for all new agents that are coming on board. I think there was like over 20 people like signed up like so quickly. I really only wanted to keep a small room of like 10, but there was so much requests, so I was like, okay, whatever's. But what I want to do now in my career is really to create a community of real estate agents that want to make it. And we're all going to learn from each other and the accountability that we're going to have. So it's just something that I've just started. And if you guys want to be a part of it, I mean, feel free to stop by. Clear Title, April 10th at 11 o'clock. Okay, let me get to some of these questions here. I have a primary residence with a conventional loan. I want to buy a rental property with an FHA loan. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. You would have to move into the property because according to the guidelines states that you must occupy the property because it's a primary residence, okay? I would have done this in reverse, okay? When I bought my first property, I went to FHA, played the game, wait till the rates drop, then I refinanced out of the deal, right? When I refinanced, wrote it right over to a conventional. Now I'm freed up with another conventional. Now I can go back out there and go get the home I want with an FHA. It's repeat the process over and over. Okay. I mean, you still can go get an FHA loan, right? But is it even worth it with the 3.5% down, especially what's going on right now? You got to run the numbers because it may not even make sense. Okay. What is the link to the website? That's good. You know what? So let's do this. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to put the link, right? This is the link for the course, okay? Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the link for the standing inventory because I think this is important, okay? There's a lot of success in here. I mean, a lot of people got a lot of great deals, great success stories, which is I need to post. Here we go. We're going to add that on here too as well. All right, there you go. Okay. How much down payment influences the interest rate on a $500,000 home if you put down $250,000? It doesn't really impact the interest rate. The only time it impacts the interest rate is your credit score, and if you do a buy down of your interest rate. By putting more down on the home, it just lowers your monthly payment. So if I had like $250,000, right, and I'm buying a $500,000 home, you got to run the numbers. You may just want to put down $100,000, your balance is at $400,000, but then you take that money, you buy down the rate, and let's just say you buy down the rate, costs you like $40,000 to buy down the rate. So now you have a lower payment, but then you're still liquid, like $360,000, right? It wouldn't make any sense to put down $250,000 because all you're doing is you're still having the high rate, but your payment would just be a little bit lower because you put down a chunk. You're better off of buying down the rate as much as you can, then figure out how much you want to put down. Because now what's going to happen is your rate's going to be lower, your payment's going to be lower, and you're coming less out of pocket. So you got to play the game. You got to run the math, run the numbers. The numbers never lie, okay? What is the average cost for a homeowner's insurance? About 2,000 square feet. Well, with no pool. So I pay roughly about $650, okay? Because that's kind of like my house right there. Now, depending on the policy too, I have like full coverage policy. Now, if you are doing financing, the lender, right, has a certain type of policy that is required, that the insurance company is required to have, okay? Another thing is that if you are purchasing a home right now, right, you need to make sure that you use your own insurance company because you're going to get a better rate, better fees, right? So let me give you an example. All my stuff is with Allstate. So every time I buy another investment property, right, I always use Allstate. If I get a loan, I use with Allstate. Just make sure that your lender is aware. So that way you can connect the pieces and everything can go through closing. Okay. Also, you may want to consider umbrella insurance as well. When you start accumulating more and more properties, for me, I feel that umbrella insurance is the way to go. Now, that is pretty much for the end of this show. If you guys have any further questions, shoot me an email. And I just want to say this, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Like, seriously, like, sometimes I'll get bougie and I'll get chin checked. And I got to realize, like, you know what? I got to appreciate the things I have, appreciate the people around me. And I really got to appreciate you guys, believe it or not, because I would not be in the position that I am at today. Like, seriously. Right? And you guys need to know that I appreciate you guys. All right, guys. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to follow us on IG too as well. We want to grow our IG account. We want to get more followers. So we do a lot of content on there. Other than that, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do. All right, guys. Peace.
Hi, Chakits. I have been following you and watching your YouTube channel for years.
I have decided to finally relocate to Las Vegas and want to start a new chapter in my life. I know you're the perfect realtor to help guide me to find my next dream home. I am looking for a modern kitchen, large backyard with a pool and a golf course community.
My name is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I help buyers like this all the time. So if you're looking for a licensed professional, give us a call at 702-319-1092 or visit lvhomeexperts.com. Buying a home starts here.